Good evening, everybody. It's Desiree, and tonight is dry brush. I am going to show you how to do dry brush. As long as there it is. I have my handy dandy brush that I'm going to use. I may even use this brush if I wash it out. But this is a new technique that I came up with. And I have one question for you guys, and I know I've left the same question in the description, but my question for you tonight is, how much do you like roses? Do you like them a little bit? A lot? Because that's what I have. This is actually an older one, but this is the one we're going to use. And while you're all coming in, I'm getting my little helper all set up and ready. So, again, the question of the night is, how much do you like roses? Do you love them? Do you hate them? Do you just like to look at them? Do you like to smell them? What about roses? So, while you're answering that question about roses, I'm going to get this board cleaned off. This is a board that I did, I can't remember when I did this one, but we're going to use this board for this new technique I came up with. It's a technique I demonstrated, I think, did I do it the other morning? Yesterday morning? I might have done it yesterday morning. Came up with it this weekend. And it's fairly easy. It all came about by a lady named Peggy, who I am making a project for. Have a couple more things to do to it, but she had a very specific request, so I had to come up with an idea to accommodate her. Hey Karen, how are you? So I'm just scraping this off tonight because I'm going to use this for a different project. For this project. That's what's nice about the chalk paste, is that you can just scrape it off and reuse it. Let's see, did I keep my napkins here? Yes, there they are. I knew I would have them. I have a roll of napkins. Thank God it's not toilet paper that I need, because apparently toilet paper is going out the door. Anybody else? I mean, I haven't had any problems getting toilet paper here where I live, but has anybody had a problem getting toilet paper? Who's had a problem getting toilet paper? Just because, you know, that's the oddest thing to have a problem getting, considering... I'm not sure what it has to do with coronavirus, to be honest with you. But the jokes coming out of it are pretty neat. So, the question of the night, though, is how much do you like roses? Because that's what I'm going to put on here, are roses. They're the ones that make the easiest projects to do. And don't mind the outside where somebody's taking off in their very loud vehicle. Can you hear that? Oh, you know what? It's a motorcycle. Somebody has a motorcycle. And I bet you he's very proud of that motorcycle. So, hopefully tonight we don't have any more issues with the internet. And I'm going to put this back down here. And we'll pull this out. Now, I'm going to use these roses right here on this side. I'm not going to use the whole thing because I'm just not going to. I just want the roses for this demo. This is an older transfer, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't yet have all of the transfers from the new catalog. I imagine by the time it comes to time to have, you know, switch over to the new catalog, I will have all of them, because I always do. So I'm going to pull this out of the sleeve. I always keep my sleeves because I always put them back in there so I can hang them up and store them. So this is going to get hung up right here. Right over, well, that's not helping. Maybe right there. And that's not helping either. Well, dang. We're going to hang this. Probably put it over here, I guess. I need it. You know what? I need another little storage area right here. That's what I need. Okay. Maybe a table with some drawers. So I have this out, and you see that there is a line right here. Does everybody see that line? That's a score line, and we use that as a cutting guide, which, of course, looking over here, where did I put my scissors? I have to grab my scissors from over here because I put them over here. I think. There they are. I have this pair of scissors. I don't know where the other pair of scissors are, but at least I have these. Hey, Crystal. Hi, Lynn. We are getting ready here to show off a new technique. If you guys, last night we were supposed to, you know, there was a lot of trouble with the, uh-oh, that fell, with the internet, so the video got cut in half. Well, it dropped. I finished recording it and I re-uploaded it. The deal was 50 shares and I was going to give away a t-shirt. Well, we didn't quite get there. Tabitha did an enormous job, but we didn't quite get there. So we're going to do it again today and see if we can get to 50. So as we're doing that, and you can take it out. You don't have to just, and here's the rule. Don't just share it over and over and over on your own timeline. That's just spam. And it's weird. Doesn't help, doesn't do anything. But you can take the video and sprinkle the love out there on the buy-sell trade groups. And as we're doing this, I am over here buzzing my transfer. That's pretty good. Don't need any more. This backing has a shiny side. You guys can see that. And a matte side. The shiny side is where I'll put that back on once I've cleaned it, this transfer. I'm just going to go ahead and lay it right here like this. Just a bit like that. Right there. I'm going to smooth this down. Now, these transfers are reusable 10 to 12 times. They can be reused up to, and you guys see the light shading coming through from outside because the light is starting to shine in. But these transfers can be reused 10 to 12 times. Some people get even more than that. I'm going to be honest with you. I have never thrown one away. I have never thrown one of these away. It just is what it is. I have little things that I do. Some people have seen them in previous videos, and a lot of that stuff I'm now limiting to the VIP group. So the VIP group, I go over different techniques and other things, other kinds of projects. So if you like to see that kind of stuff and some of the deals that I'm releasing in there, just type hashtag VIP. So I'm over here. I am making sure that my Chalkology paste is kind of a yogurt consistency, almost like cake batter. It should drip off of my stir stick. And then I got this other one that needs a little bit more water. I'm going to use my Couture squirter, spritzer, it actually makes a really fine mist, which is really, really nice. Hey! And the dog and cat, the dog is having a fit with the cat. I know that's like, why is the dog in your studio? The dog's always in my, well, no, she isn't. So this one is pretty creamy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my roses first, and then these are going to be green. Let's do the roses and the greenery, and then I'll pull it off, because the dry brush technique, I'll have to have that off. So here is another one of my stir sticks. Of course I don't have one of my other stir sticks, because I need one of my other stir sticks. But this one's all right. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. So, how many of you, how do you feel about roses? Do you like roses, or do you have another favorite flower? Go ahead in the comments and let me know what your favorite flower is as I go through the process of getting this done. So I'm just getting the greenery on. Trying not to get too much coverage over everything. I am still managing to cover up some of the roses that I'm trying not to, but sometimes it just happens. And then we're going to go over here and over here. This really pretty green color. Let's see if I can get that right in there. Just like that. And I'm going to pull this up because I want to make sure that this dries out before I put the other color on, because I don't want it to get set in here into these pieces and then I pull it up and it pulls up the chalk. So you try with the chalk paste to do it as quickly as you can and then pull it up. If it does come up, you can always go back over it. It's really easy. And if you really are looking at it and you're going, I don't like that, erase it and start over. And I have done that even on large projects. Wildflowers mixed up. That's a good one, Lynn. I like wildflowers as well. And some of you guys know Lynette Campbell. She comes in here once in a while. Well, she hasn't been coming a lot because she has two little baby twin grandsons, and they are so adorable. I see pictures, she's showing pictures of Logan and Hunter on the internet, and they are just the cutest little things. I'm telling you. But I have my own little cutie, my own little granddaughter. Okay, let's see. That still needs to dry a little bit more. So I'm going to put this to the side, and we're going to use, where's my heat gun? It's down here. I really need another shelf over here. That's really what I need. So I'm going to go ahead and dry this out because I want it to be dry before I put that back on there. This is called the peel technique. We're just peeling things away. I'm going to take that off. And you'll see right here, there's a little bit of blotchiness because I hit it with the transfer as I pulled it up. But that's not going to be a problem because I'm going to use this dry brush technique and you guys are going to be astounded, I think. I think you will be astounded. I hope you will be astounded. I'm waiting for this to shut itself off before I set it down. It takes a few minutes. Or maybe we can set it over here. There we go. Okay, so this is dry. And I'm going to go ahead and line this back up over the top because I'm going to do these roses and catch the parts up here and in the buds that I didn't get. So Lynn likes wildflowers. What else? Who likes something else? Okay, do you guys think I should do light pink with dark pink highlights or dark pink with light pink highlights on here? I think that the light pink would look good. Yeah, you know, that's an idea. I could hang it on the grid behind me. That's an idea. That might be a good thing. Okay, let's you guys tell me, should I make them light pink like this? This is called Peachy, no, it's not called Peachy King. What is it called? Cherry Blossom. This color is called Cherry Blossom. Haven't used a lot of it. So I can use Cherry Blossom as the base color. And this is Raspberry Sorbet. I can use that as a highlight color or vice versa. Do you guys like lighter colored roses or darker colored roses? Of course, these are going to be a two-tone rose. So which color should I use? The light pink or the dark pink for the base? Dark pink with light pink highlights. All right. Becky is stepping in. So what we'll do is I will do the dark pink and then the light pink. Here we go. I'm just going to go ahead and swoosh this on here, squeegee it on. It's not swooshing, it's called squeegeeing. It's actually called squeegeeing because this is a squeegee. And I am just getting this right in there. Right there. And get the rest of it on. Right across there. Now, one of the things that I like to do, you guys, as you know, those of you who've been here for a while, you know, Des likes to experiment. So that's what happened here is I was experimenting. How many of you craft, when you craft, you just kind of experiment? Hey, let's try this. How many of you do that? How many of you do that kind of things? If not, do you just go ahead and follow what other people do? So I do both, actually. I'm very good at doing both. But sometimes when I follow projects, I do fudge. I fudge along on things if it's not working the way I think it should. Okay. That's it. I'm going to take this off. Oop, got one more little spot right there. And ta-da! So far, so good. A piece rose has a light rose with dark highlights. You know, I was thinking about doing that, but Becky beat you to it. She did. So, we have this now, and as is, it can work. It can totally work. But, me being me, I decided I wanted to show you guys this technique that I came up with. And what it is using this brush. Okay, so I gotta clean that brush. I didn't clean that from this morning, or yesterday morning. I'm gonna do a real quick clean. It's really easy because there's barely any brush bristles. So I'm just using this to break it up. That's a disinfectant wipe. And I'm gonna take it and dip it in here. I don't want a whole lot, because the idea, I'm going to go ahead and brush it. And let's see. Yeah, I think I might need to have some more water in there. Just want to get a little bit on there. Okay. So the idea here is I'm going to go ahead and lightly brush in here. And we're going to go ahead and brush right here just to highlight it. That's a little wet. And the way that these flowers are, I'm probably going to brush a little, something was on there, a little more. Yep, there was a little green piece. I'm going to brush a little more because I think it needs it. Don't usually put quite so much in there. I was thinking this was going to be a little bit darker, but it's not quite as... I know why. I know why this is so light and so airy. So much white space. It's because those letters go over it. That's why. Well, let's see. It's a dry brush that I'm using because I just want to brush a little bit in there. So I'm not trying to get a ton on here. Just like that. We may need to add some more flowers in here because this is so light and we're making it lighter. Oops. Jane's experimenting. I know you experiment all the time. Yep. Experimentation is how you figure things out. In my dull day job, I have to experiment a lot. So, I'm a little disappointed because, you know what, you guys? These flowers are so light. And I know why that is. because these flowers go behind those letters. I'm brushing in places that have negative space. That white space is called negative space. We like to call that negative space. And there's a lot of it in here. But the little brushing is there to give it a little more depth. But since this is not quite as, I don't know, guys, it's not as dark as I wanted it to show up. So just give me just a minute, because I want to add something in here that will do that. So let me go find something. Let me go find something I can put over the top of it that's going to show. And I'm going to do. I'm looking. I know you guys are like, what's she doing now? Yeah. I got something. Not that. Not that. Let's excuse me. I have two options. We got this option to go with it. Life is better at the beach. And I have one other option, which you guys might prefer. This is the other option, a boot to go over it. So we're going to put it over the top because this is too light. So which would you like? Life is better at the beach, and then I can airbrush on that or dry brush on it, or the boot. Which one would you like? The boot or the beach? So down below, go ahead and let me know. Boot or beach? Beach? Do you want the beach quote over the top or the boot over the top? We'll probably put it on the side. Which one would you want? The beach or the boot? Beach or the boot? Let me know. And while you guys are making that decision, I'm going to show you something else. I am a Couture designer, and with Couture, I do help certain people started as a business, and there are 4 ways that you can make money with selling Couture stuff. One is selling your finished projects. You can put them anywhere online or offline, and since the designs are fully licensed, you can sell them anywhere and not get in trouble, like if you did Disney or Marvel Comics or something like that. We also make money by doing workshops, kind of like the paint and sip workshops that you see at different venues. Those can be run from your home, from somebody else's home, online, or again at bars and restaurants and craft shops. The other one is selling the products themselves, like the transfers and the pastes. You can make money from that. And that, when you sell it direct, you get a 40% discount. You sell it at retail, so you get 40% of the income that comes in. So that's a big thing. You don't have to do it that way, but if you're selling finished projects and you're using Couture a lot, that's probably the way to go. The other one is building a team and helping other people do the same. Helping them learn how to sell their finished projects, do workshops, sell the products, that kind of stuff, which is part of what I do, is building a team. So if you are interested in that, do let me know by #join down below. Okay. Bloom where you're planted. We have something somewhere somewhat like that, Jane. I just don't know where it is. And I think it's, it might be buried in my retired stuff. So, Lynn says the boot. And Jane wanted something that I don't have out. So, I guess I'm going with the boot. So we're going to go ahead and pull the boot out and put it on there. Now the boot it's a 2-part transfer, but let's start with just the boot first before I move on and try the other piece. So this is a brand new transfer. I'm going to cut it. Where did I put my scissors? Did they fall? I think they fell. They did. I had to grab them, they fell. So I'm going to cut on the cut line. Now this is a retired transfer. You can no longer get the boot, just like this one. But there are still over 300 different designs. And I'm going to go ahead here and peel it off the backing. Again, shiny side, matte side. Shiny side is where it goes back. I'll fuzz it a little bit here on my fuzzing towel. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the boot probably right about here. I'll put it right here. This is all dry. So we're going to put the boot right here. Actually, I think I'm going to do it the other way because I'm feeling on the back and the hook is in the back. So I'll peel that up, turn this around because I want the claw at the top. So it's going to go this way. So here we go, just like this. Oops. Let's push it right up there against the edge. All right. Would help if I smooth it down. There. Now, the color that I'm going to put on the boot, what color should I do? I do not have any brown. I have copper. That's not a good color. We have pumpkin, which would work, but I think because I'm going to do the boot in black because that's going to cover up all this other stuff much better. So yeah, you know, it might not tie in very well, but this is what I have, and I'm trying to do this without, you know, spending hours going, oh, well, maybe that one, no, that one. So this has a registration mark up at the top. I'm not going to use that. We use those registration marks in order to line up transfers that lay over each other. I'm not going to worry about that right now because the boot is going to get highlighted. So we're doing a black boot. And it's going to get a highlight. So I got boot. I'm going to pull that up. there's our boot. This will get washed off later. And while I'm doing this, I'm gonna wipe off my fingers. Like this. And now I brought out this gray. It's called Elephant Gray. I don't have to use Elephant Gray to do the highlights. I can use a different color if I want. You guys tell me, should I use the Elephant Gray? Another option I was thinking of was the silver, which might actually be something quite nice on this, because I have shimmer silver, shimmering silver. So what do you guys think? Shimmer silver or gray? Which one should I use to do the dry brush on here? Shimmer or gray? Shimmer or gray? What's your choice? What choice should I use? Shimmer silver or the gray? And while you guys make that choice, I'm going to close up some of these because I do need to close them. So I'm going to put a little water over the top as I close this. That helps keep it from drying out. Same with this one. And Lewis, go away. He's gone now because I told him with the squirt gun, go. So I'll put some water in here. Drop that in there, just like that. This is going to get cleaned off with a little water in my hand. Okay, Margot says gray or silver, and Jane says silver. Lynn went teal or silver. Lynn, I know you like teal. I know you love that color. Every time Lynn comes to town, she's like, teal, teal. Lynn likes teal. Yeah, it does take a while for your comments to get to me. That's why I'm trying to pause long enough to give you guys time to comment and for it to actually pop up in the screen for me. So we're going to go with silver because that is the vote. Silver. The shimmering silver, which is right here. These are a little bit different from what the other pastes act, how they act. But we're going to go with it. And I think it's going to work really well. So I'm going to go ahead and just dry brush here on the edge. Like this. And you don't have to be perfect when you do something like this. It's not necessary to be perfect. So I'll get a little more, kind of brush it on my hand. I'm using my hand. You don't have to use your hand. It's just chalk paste and soap and water. Take it off. So we're going to go up here. And I think this is working much better for demonstration purposes. So, as I'm doing this, let me know what you guys are thinking on this kind of stuff. Do you think that you could do this? I mean, I didn't actually make the boot myself. That's already been made for me. All I'm doing is picking places to add some color to. And I don't know if it's showing. I don't know if you guys can see this. I see it really, really well here as I'm doing this. So I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me lift it so you can see it a little better. Let's lift it up. Is everybody seeing it now? A little better? Yeah, Margot, copper would look really good too. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more down here where it's got the folds in the boot. And here. And coming around here. The whole idea for this technique is just to give the picture some depth so it doesn't look so flat. And it actually, as I mentioned before, this came about because of a very nice sweet lady named Peggy. And I did the Katharine Hepburn quote for her. She wanted me to redo it. And so I did it because she wanted different colored flowers from what I had originally done. So I redid it for her, and she wanted flowers that had a blended color. And, you know, the typical way that we blend colors using an ombre effect, that wasn't really working. So I went ahead and got a brush out and said, well, let me try this. And there we go. And just using a brush that's slightly dry, and this is because I haven't added any water to that, and I can always brush it against my hand. This gives it a different kind of a texture because there's always going to be little spots that don't blend in as well. So you guys can kind of see as I'm doing this. How that's coming out. Just like that. That's all you have to do. So if you're out there on YouTube or on out there on Periscope watching this video, I do have a VIP group here on Facebook. So if you contact me, you can get into the VIP group. I'm doing starting to do more projects in there that are outside of what I'm doing here. There's also T-Shirt Tuesday. You do have to be on Facebook to participate in T-Shirt Tuesday. T-Shirt Tuesday we did yesterday. It got blocked off. One of the things I want to mention is that I had a contest going on so that we could have a drawing, but we didn't reach 50 shares, so there was no way I could do that. If you are on Facebook and you want to participate, it's really simple to do that. I'm looking for 50 shares. here on the page from this video, because yesterday it didn't go. We didn't get there. And once we have the 50 shares, that triggers a drawing for one of the t-shirts from T-Shirt Tuesday. So, places that you can take this and sprinkle the love out are, obviously on your own page. You only should do that once. And then you can go ahead and share this out to buy-sell trade groups. You can take this out to crafting groups, provided they don't mind you putting this stuff there. That's a good place. And, of course, groups that are just, fun groups that you're in that like the craft lifestyle, like to see new things. Those are good places to put it to. But always make sure that it's within their policies for their group. We don't want to put this into places where people are going to get mad. Because I don't want anybody to get mad at you. Okay, so what are we thinking? Are we liking it, you guys? Are you liking this style? Because that's what it is right now. And I'm going to do one last thing. I'm going to put the boots and bling over the top of it, because the boot is not complete without that. So let me pull this off. I think I can get it off. Yes, I can get it off. So put that on there, and that's dry. So I'm going to put this right over the top of it. Line it up. Right there. And instead of using the other color, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up the pink. This nice, pretty pink color. And put it over the top. Because boots are for girls. Right, ladies? Boots are for girls. I have a friend, and her comment has always been, she has trucks. Her husband has, what did they get him? A Charger. A Dodge Charger. It was a brand new one when she bought it for her husband, because he's that kind of guy. But Beth, trucks are for girls. Trucks are for girls. How many of you guys agree? Trucks are for girls. Am I right? Am I right? Trucks are for girls. I have a truck. And there we go. Just like that. Got stuff there. There we go. Trucks are for girls. And so are boots. Yes, you can, Lynn. You can add dimension and depth to any of these. And this is something, I haven't even shown this to the designer crowd at large. If they're watching now, they're seeing it, but I haven't shown it. This is something I came up with this last weekend, just like I did the wet t-shirt. And I will probably do another wet t-shirt maybe on Sunday. Might do another wet t-shirt on Sunday. So with that said, you guys, that's the technique. We're making some depth on this. It adds a little bit more underneath, and that grabs your attention. With that said, you guys, thank you for coming. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great evening. Bye now.